Welcome back to the channel, everyone. You won't want to miss some of the most shocking news in the cryptocurrency world today. In fact, holding XRP might drastically alter your financial destiny. Yes, Ripple's initial public offering, IPO, was recently approved by the SEC, and this is the big deal. In Ripple's IPO, XRP holders will get free shares. I am speaking of a golden ticket to riches that has the potential to turn you in multimillionaire. Don't worry if you're still not persuaded. I'll explain how this approval could cause the value of XRP to soar, why the largest wealth transfer in history is expected to occur at Ripple's IPO, and how holders of XRP could benefit greatly from both the token and the shares. Naturally, I will also talk about the $250 XRP price prediction that has the entire cryptocurrency community on edge. This is one you don't want to miss, so stay put. Are you prepared to jump right in? Let's begin. Let's move on to the main points of the narrative. It's huge news that the SEC approved Ripple's initial public offering. This company's IPO is not like others. One of the most well-known blockchain businesses in the world, Ripple, is set to welcome public investment. Given its lengthy dispute with the SEC about the classification of XRP, the SEC's clearance represents the last legitimacy stamp that Ripple has been vying for. This is where you should really focus, though. In Ripple's IPO, XRP holders will receive free shares. Yes, free stock in the business that developed one of the most groundbreaking financial technologies. For holders of XRP, this is where things start to become interesting. This is a 2-for-1 offer. In addition to owning one of the most well-known cryptocurrencies, have the opportunity to invest in Ripple. Consider it. The initial Bitcoin investors made amazing profits when Coinbase went public. A few of them made millions out of a small investment. Given that Ripple's technology has the potential to upend traditional banking, holders of XRP may see similar benefits. Let's now discuss the alleged loophole that has everyone perplexed. There is a caveat that you should be aware of, even though anonymous sources claim that XRP holders would in fact receive free shares in Ripple's IPO. Even though Ripple has not confirmed this information, the sheer possibility that it may occur has already started to stir up the cryptocurrency market and generate excitement among investors. Even if this is only a rumor, the truth still stands. Holders of XRP are in a prime position to benefit greatly from wealth-building prospects when Ripple goes public. Owning a portion of the company that produced a cryptocurrency is a rare opportunity that does not come along very often. Consider the early years of Ethereum and Bitcoin, when these platforms were only beginning to acquire popularity. The price of Ethereum and Bitcoin skyrocketed as those blockchain platforms gained popularity, and the financial futures of those who were wise enough to keep their investments saw enormous gains. Holders of XRP can be in a similar situation, on the verge of a financial breakthrough. However, this is where things become even more fascinating, which heightens the thrill. Ripple will become more than just a publicly traded firm as a result of its IPO. It will lead to new opportunities. It will open up a channel for even greater investment and visibility for Ripple's blockchain technology, drawing in a larger audience. Additionally, XRP holders will be exposed, which could raise the value of their holdings. Therefore, you are setting yourself for possible growth while keeping XRP and investing in the future of global financial systems. This is about more than just an IPO. With the potential to change the financial landscape, Ripple's IPO is set to be one of the largest wealth transfers in history. For those who get in early, Ripple's IPO may present an equal or even bigger opportunity than the way early Bitcoin investors saw their portfolios soar. Here's the worst part, though. Owners of XRP will be able to take advantage of Ripple's enormous and unheard of potential in the cryptocurrency space. They stand to benefit from both the increase in XRP's value and the potential for their Ripple shares to soar in value following the IPO. What makes this IPO so significant? You may inquire, Ripple's revolutionary potential is the reason behind this. Some of the largest financial organizations in the world, such as banks, payment processors, and even governments, are implementing Ripple's technology, indicating broad trust. As digital currencies become the norm for international payments, Ripple is set to take the lead and transform the sector. It has already enabled billions of cross-border transactions. The IPO might be a huge event for the company due to the scale of Ripple's ecosystem. XRP holders who purchase shares in the IPO stand to gain greatly from the subsequent expansion. In this instance, XRP holders are buying and selling in the traditional buy the rumor, sell the news scenario because they stand to benefit from both the IPO and the token's growth, making it a special opportunity. All right, let's move on to the exciting part, the price forecast. Things start to get extremely intriguing at this point. Ahead to Ripple's IPO, several analysts predict that XRP might soar over $250. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? But let's take a closer look. However, it begins to make more sense when you take into account the broad institutional interest in XRP. The potential becomes more apparent, along with the enthusiasm surrounding Ripple's initial public offering. In fact, it makes a great deal of sense. The excitement is evident. Recall how once institutional investors began to take Bitcoin seriously, its price skyrocketed. That changed everything. The potential for XRP is huge, therefore the same thing might occur. Because of its usefulness in actual financial transactions, XRP's price may possibly surpass Bitcoin's first gains, which would be unusual. This is a crucial element. The impact might be enormous if Ripple is able to successfully incorporate its technology into the international payment system. The value of XRP might rise to previously unthinkable heights. Just think of what could be, not to mention the possibility of significant institutional inflows prior to the IPO. This has the potential to revolutionize the game. XRP's price may increase dramatically if institutional investors begin purchasing it in advance of the IPO. The cost can increase dramatically. There are no limits. The potential is huge given the kind of publicity that a publicly traded business like Ripple will receive. There could be a significant supply shock for XRP, which would raise the price beyond anyone's expectations. This might be a momentous occasion, and anticipation is growing as the IPO draws near. For everyone who owns XRP, this could be the chance of a lifetime. Don't pass this up. Consider the IPO of Ripple as a win-win situation. It's a huge chance for stock and cryptocurrency wealth. You might soon own stock in one of the world's largest blockchain startups in addition to XRP. It's a unique opportunity that doesn't present itself often. This is your chance to profit from your cryptocurrency holdings as well as the possibility of equity in Ripple itself if you have been holding XRP for years. Like Coinbase did when it went public, Ripple may become well known if the IPO proceeds as planned. Ripple's technology has the potential to increase in value as more people adopt it. Additionally, holders of XRP are well positioned to benefit from free shares in Ripple's IPO. One of the most significant developments in cryptocurrency history was the SEC's approval of Ripple's initial public offering. It's a once